Board members, thank you for being here today. Do we have people online with us today? Okay. Well, we'll do a roll call vote regardless, but just making sure. And we've got a few that will be trickling in here. But let's go ahead and get started. We want to welcome and thank those joining us, and specifically Utah Highway Patrol Trooper Jim McGuire and Security Dave Von Booth. As a reminder, in case of emergency, use the 2 west boardroom doors to access the hallway, and then use the north or south doors to exit the building. Let's go ahead and take a roll call vote and begin with Member Bogus. That you're here. It's not a roll call vote. It is a roll. Are you here? Aye. Yeah, good. Christina's here. Vice Chair Bollinger.
Here.
Member Booth. Member Brinton.
Here.
Member Davis. Member Earl will be joining us a little bit later. She let me know around 10 o'clock. Member Green. Member Hall. I am here. Member Kelly.
Here.
Member Carey.
Here.
Member Lear. Member Longacre.
Here.
Member Reel. And Vice Chair Wood.
Yes.
That shows 9 of us. We have a quorum. Let's go ahead and get started. We will begin agenda item 1, and that is, we're going to begin with our Pledge of Allegiance, led by Member Brinton. Thank you, Member Brenton. We will move on to our board member message. This month, we are going to hear from Member Bollinger. Vice Chair Bollinger, please.
Thank you, Chair. I'm going to let Kelsey pull up our slides. There we go. Okay, perfect. We're ready to go. Okay, thank you. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to share the board member message this month. So when my son was little, he loved superheroes. And as you can see, our house was full of capes, masks, and action figures. And I can't count how many times I sat next to him watching various superhero movies. One of his favorites was Spider-Man. I could practically recite the lines by heart, but one line always stuck with me. With great power comes great responsibility. At the time, it was just part of a superhero story. But the older I get, and especially in my role here on the State Board of Education, the more I understand the truth in those words. We have the power to influence policy, allocate resources, and set priorities for nearly every child in our state. That's not just authority. With that power comes the responsibility to lead with vision, courage, and unity. This summer at the ISTE conference in San Antonio, I had the privilege of hearing from Dan Heath, who is the author of Reset, How to Change What's Not Working. He reminded us that real change doesn't come from tackling everything at once. It comes from finding the leverage points, those critical places in a system where a single, well-placed effort creates a ripple effect of transformation. In his book, he actually tells the story of police officers in Charlotte, North Carolina, who realized that a small group of frequent 911 callers, often older residents living alone, were overwhelming the system. Instead of responding again and again to emergencies, the department created a proactive outreach program to check on those residents regularly, connect them with resources, and prevent crises before they happened. A single, focused change not only reduced emergency calls, but improved lives. That's the power of finding leverage points. As a board, we have discussed some of our own potential leverage points: educator quality, oversight and accountability, and academic outcomes for all students. If we collectively concentrate our energy on these essentials, the results can be just as transformative. But identifying the right leverage points isn't enough. True leadership also requires a mindset shift. At my district's annual leadership conference this summer, a speaker discussed the Arbinger Institute's book, Leadership and Self-Deception. This is also a book that Member Britton has recommended several times. It challenges us to recognize when we're in the box, seeing others as problems to solve or obstacles in our way, and to instead be out of the box, seeing people as people. This change in perspective builds trust, deepens collaboration, and helps us work together more effectively. And here's where it comes all together. We must be unified. Being unified doesn't mean we all think the same or hold the same viewpoint. In fact, our strength comes from the opposite, from bringing together our different lived experiences, unique knowledge, and individual expertise. As I look around this room, I see a strength each of you brings to this collective body. When each of us shares openly and contributes fully, we don't erase our differences, but we harmonize them. Together, we create a stronger whole that is capable of leading education forward. The song One Voice by the Waylon Jennings captures that beautifully. A single voice beginning alone, joined by another, and then another, until it becomes a chorus. I want us to listen to this song together to remind us of what it means to be many voices coming together as one.
This is the sound of one voice, one spirit, one voice. The sound of one who makes a choice. This is the sound of one voice. This is the sound of one voice. Voice, the sound of one who makes a choice. This is the sound of one voice. This is the sound of one voice. This is the sound of voices too. The sound of me singing with you, helping each other to make it through. This is the sound of voices too. This is the sound of voices too. This is the sound of voices three, singing together in harmony, surrendering to the mystery. This is the sound of voices three. This is the sound of voices three. Ooh. This is the sound of all of us, singing with love and will to trust. Leave the rest behind, it'll turn to dust. This is the sound of all of us. This is the sound of all of us. This is the sound of one voice, one people, one voice. A song for every one of us. This is the sound of one voice. This is the sound of one voice.
A single a voice beginning alone, joined by another, and then another until it becomes a chorus. That's what we can be as a board. Many voices from different perspectives and communities joining together in harmony for the sake of Utah's children. As I think back to my son, a little boy in his Spider-Man costume, I'm reminded of why this matters so deeply. I feel the weight and the privilege of this work. The children of Utah, our own sons and daughters, nieces and nephews and grandchildren, they're counting on us. With the power we hold as a board, we also hold the responsibility to use it wisely. We are charged with the general control and supervision of the public education system under Article 10 of Utah's Constitution. Our own bylaws, Article 5, role of the board members, remind us clearly by explicitly stating that members promote and advocate for effective public education in the state of Utah. I believe that charge means more than managing policy. It means focusing on the leverage points that matter most, acting out of the box with compassion and courage, and governing with one voice, creating a chorus strong enough to lead education forward. Because in the end, with great power truly does come great responsibility. The responsibility to ensure every child in Utah has the chance to learn, to grow, and to thrive. We have the power, we have the responsibility. Now let's use both to change the future of education in Utah together. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's move forward to our employee recognition.
There it is. Good morning. I have the privilege this morning of bringing to you the Employee of the Month, and I would love for Julie Lundell to come on forward. Yay! And she loves this. You can tell that this is probably her favorite thing to be talked about and recognized, but it's really important that we do so because Julie is just an exceptional employee with exceptional dedication. She's innovative, she's dependable, she's professional, she's supportive of her colleagues, she's supportive of those in the field. And I know this as a personal experience. She supported me as a practitioner in implementing the Master Teacher Program. She's been instrumental in making sure that that program meets the legislative aims and, of course, first and foremost, the needs of our teacher leaders. She has what her colleagues say about her. She possesses a remarkable ability to bring together diverse teams and individuals, effectively bridging gaps and collaboratively solving complex challenges. She is notably proactive, often anticipating needs and developing solutions before issues arise, ensuring smoother operations and better outcomes. Another program or another example of Julie's leadership and organizational skills was her instrumental role in pulling off Principalooza, which was a very highly successful event. She meticulously managed numerous facets of the event, including involving staff from across the agency, setting up the logistics, even thinking of things like walkie-talkies and adjusting room sizes. And let me tell you, I was at Principalooza, as was I think Chair Hymas and some others, and it was an amazing event. It was the first time that principals got together and were able to really focus on improving practices and learning from others, and it's just a fantastic event. On a personal level, Julie is so like I already said, professional, supportive. She always makes time to lend an ear, provide thoughtful input, and is genuinely dedicated to the development of her colleagues. Her positive influence is widely felt. Julie, I can't say enough good things. Just so appreciative of your contributions to the agency, and it's a testament to your work that your colleagues have these things to say about you as well. So thank you. She gets wonderful prizes, including a front row spot and some goodies, and the admiration of her peers in a public forum, which she is so grateful for. Right, Julie? Thanks for your good work.
Okay, thank you.